are Meg Griffin's sexiest moments in Family Guy. We start our list with the time Meg Griffin stopped being Quahog's punching bag and became a straight-up goddess. The early episode where Meg got a makeover that drove everyone crazy. A full-blown glow-up that had the entire town acting differently.
Take a look at your daughter.
Oh my God, Lois, I'm sorry. It was 20 years ago. I'd never even heard the word rubber.
Peter, this is Meg.
Oh.
I got a makeover, Dad! Don't I look great?
Oh, Meg.
1 minute, Meg is invisible. The next, she's turning heads like a pop star in a perfume commercial. Even Peter can't believe what he's seeing. And unfortunately, it's not in a proud dad way. No, this was the kind of transformation that made men rethink their marriage vows.
Wow, great job getting hot, Meg.
Gee, thanks.
Hey, Meg.
Oh, hi, Craig.
Now that you're attractive, how about we go out sometime?
She struts into school like she owns the place. And suddenly, all the kids who used to ignore her are now lining up like simps at a meet and greet. Craig Hoffman, the cool kid with the jawline and the emotional availability of a toaster, immediately tries to claim her. And Meg, she just smiles. Because when you're hot, you don't need to chase. You get chosen.
Oh, hi, Craig.
Now that you're attractive, how about we go out sometime?
Gosh, I'd love to.
Great, I'll pick you up whenever I feel like it.
Hey, Meg. We noticed Craig Hoffman just asked you out. That makes you cool. Want to hang out with us?
Let's be real. This was Meg's peak era. Cute fit, perfect hair, that new me who dis energy. She wasn't desperate for validation anymore. She was the validation. And then things take a wild turn.
Hello, Peter.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my God, we don't know any songs.
You shut off the stage!
What do we do?
I know what I'm doing. I'm getting out of here. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Peter's little garage band gets booked to perform at a prison. They flop hard. Total riot. But just before the inmates rip Peter to shreds, Meg steps up. No mic check, no warm-up, just confidence and sexiness.
Can we please just get out of here?
Oh my God.
Who is she? God, I could strangle her all night long. Boy, that's not healthy, is it? That's the first place I go to.
And then the magic starts. The second she starts singing, the entire prison falls under her spell. Unicorns, sparkles, standing ovation. Literal inmates falling in love. Meg turned a federal meltdown into Coachella. That's not just sexy, that's power.
Unicorns and butterflies everywhere.
The band became famous overnight, and when the manager's deciding on a name, Peter throws out his usual nonsense. But the manager, who just happens to be P. Diddy, cuts him off.
Peter Griffin Starship, Peter Griffin and his Sunday Steppers, or Testicular Sound Express?
I think the name is Meg.
Me? Why?
Yeah, why?
Let me explain something to you, all right? We gotta get her half naked and put her out front center stage.
The band is called Meg. Even Peter agrees. Smartest thing anyone's ever said. Lois tries to act concerned, but Meg shuts her down like a boss.
With Meg being exploited that way.
Shut up, Mom. It's not your decision. I want to be exploited.
Meg, don't you talk to me like that.
Look, Lois, I love Meal Ticket just as much as I love Chris and Stevie, but business is business. So let's get this show on the road, eh?
Good. Now I just need you to sign this.
Oh, God, sorry.
I want to be exploited. Now, hear me out. Normally, that's a red flag. But for this Meg, she owns it. She's not a victim here. She's in control. That's not submission, that's domination. Later, Lois tries to humble her, but Meg isn't having it.
You've developed a terrible attitude, and all the success with the family band is only making it worse.
The family band? You know, maybe you haven't noticed, Lois, but I am the band.
I am the band. She's sexy and she knows it. Meg is the talent, the brand, the whole reason anyone's watching. She is Beyonce. Everyone else, just backup dancers. And then, because every rising star needs a scandal, Jimmy Fallon slides into her life. On Saturday Night Live, no less.
I'm Jimmy Fallon. It's great to finally meet you.
I'm hosting. Hey, why don't you come hang out in my dressing room?
What are you looking at?
Nothing. Come on, let's go.
He flirts, she plays along, things get spicy behind the scenes. Yes, it ends in betrayal. Yes, Fallon is a snake. But also, Meg looked phenomenal the entire time.
Dad! He used me for comedy!
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that my daughter was deflowered in front of 1.5 times the Mad TV audience?
Oh, my poor baby.
My God, Lois, you were right. Why the hell didn't I see it coming?
When she finally tells her parents she was used for a punchline, it's not funny. But we all can agree Meg looked phenomenal. Because even in heartbreak, she holds her own. Yes, she does regret some of her actions, but she reports the facts like a woman who's been through it, and still looks good doing it. Meg's makeover was not just about the clothes, it was the attitude. The way she owned her space. The way she walked into a prison and left with a fan base. The way she owned the stage with a beautiful voice that drove crowds wild. Meg Griffin was that chick. And for one magical episode, Quahog finally saw it too. On to the next one. The episode is Valentine's Day in Quahog. Valentine's Day. For most people, it's overpriced chocolates, forced affection, and disappointment wrapped in a red bow. But Meg Griffin, she decided to make it unforgettable by giving the phrase, giving your heart to someone, a way darker, sexier twist.
Oh my God, that's him! Toby?
Meg?
Hi! Wow, you look just like your picture.
Now, normally, that's already red flag territory. But Meg walks in looking cute, hopeful, ready to risk it all. And honestly, props to her. She's not playing it safe. She's putting herself out there, and that takes confidence.
Do you like Coldplay?
Am I a dull white guy? Yes, I like Coldplay.
God, Toby, I can't believe how much we have in common.
Even though her date greets her like she just catfished him, Meg doesn't flinch. Even he admits that she looks better in person because she's not here to impress. She's here to be chosen, and she owns that awkward moment like a pro.
You promised we'd spend Valentine's Day together. The whole day. And I'm not letting you break that promise.
They start talking, and things seem to be going quite well between them. Meg keeps her cool presence, looking confident and very sure of herself. She leans in, makes eye contact, shows vulnerability, because sometimes being sexy isn't about the perfect outfit or flawless makeup. Sometimes it's about boldness. It's about being emotionally raw in a world that tells you to shut up and play it safe. Meg was not playing it safe. Then things get dark. Her date literally steals her kidney. Like, full-on surgical heist energy. Now, any sane person would scream, run, maybe press charges. Not Meg. This girl just shrugs it off like she accidentally lost an earring. And then she keeps dating him.
You also made a promise to me. You promised we'd spend Valentine's Day together. The whole day. And I'm not letting you break that promise.
Well, I guess a deal's a deal. Okay.
Yes, this is unhinged, but it's also bold and sexy, because Meg wasn't just giving him a kidney, she was giving him control and doing it on her terms. She didn't panic, she didn't beg, she doubled down. She made the chaos look cute.
Here.
For me? My kidney!
I wanted you to have it.
Oh, Toby, I love it! Thank you! Oh, this has been the best Valentine's Day ever.
Let's be clear, this was commitment. This was the kind of dangerously sexy loyalty that makes villains fall in love. Meg wasn't trying to survive Valentine's Day, she was making it legendary. She says it was the best date ever. And you know what? Maybe it was. Because Meg didn't just walk away with a story, she walked away with power. She owns what happened. She even keeps the stolen kidney like it's a Tiffany bracelet. Now, tell me that is not next level bold girl behavior. That's not a girl who gets ghosted. This is a girl who turns medical trauma into a meet cute. Next up is the episode, The Hand That Rocks the Wheelchair. Here, Meg taps into her wildest thoughts to bring out a part of her we rarely see. It all starts when Lois gets asked to check in on Joe and baby Susie, and she does what any responsible mom would do. Pass the job to Meg so she can go take a nap or something. And just like that, Meg Griffin walks into Joe Swanson's life. And let me tell you, things get interesting fast.
7, 98, 99, 100.
Meg shows up ready to help, dressed as usual and eager, gently counting his push-ups like a personal trainer from a Hallmark movie with a dark twist. There's something very nurse next door meets obsessive girlfriend going on. And honestly, it kind of works.
Sexy for Susie. How are your eggs, Joe? If he doesn't say anything about me calling him Joe, that means we're truly in love.
She just called me Joe. That's kind of weird.
Joe, naturally confused, doesn't say a word. He just eats the eggs. Big mistake. Because in Meg's mind, this is now a relationship. She's not just helping out anymore, she's in love. And not that wishy-washy high school crush love. This is full body, steal your heart, destroy your enemy's love. So when Meg finds out Bonnie's coming back, she takes bold action.
Ma'am, is this your bag?
I don't know how that cocaine got in.
Yes, she drives all the way to Maine and plants a literal handgun in Bonnie's bag to delay her return. And while that's clearly illegal and deeply disturbing, can we also admit it is kind of iconic? Meg is playing a high-stakes game of emotional chess, and she's not bluffing. Then comes the dinner scene. She looks Joe in the eye and casually drops the bomb.
And there's something I wanted to talk to you about.
What's that?
Do you ever think about having another baby? Oh, great!
I guess I'm open to it.
Really? Oh, that's great. So I'll get off the pill.
Well, what do you mean?
Nothing.
He panics, rightfully, but Meg, she doesn't flinch. She is in full fantasy mode. Her voice is calm, her eyes are glowing with affection and delusion. It's the kind of hot, crazy energy you only see in movies that end in restraining order. And then, she breastfeeds the baby.
Oh, God!
This feels right.
Yeah, let's let that sink in. She breastfeeds another woman's child like it's the most natural thing in the world. And while Joe is horrified, Meg is completely unbothered. But when Lois tries to explain that she and Joe have nothing in common, Meg doesn't cry, she doesn't retreat, she doubles down.
What the hell did you do?
I made us the same, Joe. Now we can be together.
She literally modifies herself to match Joe. Not just emotionally, but physically. Wheelchair and all. Because in her mind, love means becoming one. And no one commits to that bit harder than Meg Griffin. Eventually, Joe ends the madness, and Meg apologizes. Meg was bold, Meg was fearless, and honestly, Meg was unforgettable. Even if it was a little psychotic. We move on to the episode Barely Legal. It starts with Meg Griffin being extremely heartbroken. Her junior prom is coming up, and she can't even land a pity date. One guy faked his death. Another literally had his brother die to avoid going with her. That's tough. So when Brian offers to take her, Meg doesn't just get her wish, she feels reborn. This is not some charity gesture to her, this is fate. And in classic Meg fashion, she's not holding back.
Come on. All right, Meg, look, what if I drove you and walked in with you or whatever?
Then Connie shows up to ruin it, as always. But this time, Meg doesn't need to fight back. Brian does it for her.
No. Hang on, Meg. Hang on. You see, Connie, you're popular because you developed early and started putting out when you were 12. Now you can't stand to look at yourself in the mirror because all you see is a whore. To avoid the inevitable realizations used up by age 19, you're gonna be a worn-out, chalky-skinned burlap sack that even your stepdad won't want.
That moment is everything. Brian tears Connie down with surgical precision, and Meg melts. So when they hug and kiss, Meg believes this is it. Not a random night, not a pity date, a beginning. The next morning, she's texting him, flirty, happy, already planning their future. Brian, on the other hand, is spiraling. But Meg's already in relationship mode.
I had so much fun last night, Brian. Maybe we can go get some coffee later.
I don't think so.
Oh, come on. Who's a good boy?
Me.
Oh, who's a good boy?
I am.
Brian tries to ghost her. He lies to her, dodges her at every turn, but Meg's not going down without a fight. This girl is in it for real. She's calling him her boyfriend, she's introducing him to her friends, she's already printing Meg plus Brian forever on glittery notebooks. And when Brian finally sits her down and says, "We're not boyfriend and girlfriend," Meg nods, but her eyes say challenge accepted.
This has gone a little too far. I like you. I think you're great, but I mean, that kiss was just a mistake. Meg, the fact is, you and I are friends, and that's the way it needs to stay.
What's that, Brian? Oh, you were just kidding. You do love me, Brian.
A few days later, she brings him a pie. Sweet, warm, cinnamon-filled, and topped with a few strands of her own hair. Love comes in layers, and Meg knows how to bake.
What the hell?
I made that for you, Brian.
Look, you obviously didn't hear me yesterday, so I'll explain it again.
Of course, when he discovers her homemade Brian shrine, things start looking a bit intense. It sounds messed up, but it's also so Meg.
Having a great time tonight, Brian.
You know me.
Oh, I do, Brian. Are you ready?
For what?
For the fun we're gonna have, Brian. We're gonna have fun tonight.
Now that's a girl who knows exactly what she wants. But just before things get completely out of hand, Peter and the newly deputized neighborhood watch burst through the door. And even then, Meg's not embarrassed. This is a woman who goes after what she wants, legal charges be damned. And when Quagmire finally gives her an honest, empathetic talk, Meg finally hears what she needs to hear. Yes, she needs therapy, but you can't say she didn't give 100%. She's not afraid to cross the line, or 7. Now, there are a lot of uncomfortable moments in Family Guy, but this next one definitely had the internet cringing. The episode is Meg and Quagmire. She is officially 18, and suddenly, she's taking control of her look, her confidence, and yes, her desires. Meg's 18th birthday starts out as a total disaster. No one shows up, not even the kids Lois paid to come.
Surprise!
Oh. Oh, dear.
Mom, if it's a surprise party, where is everybody?
Chris, what the hell? I thought you were gonna pay the kids from school to show up. I gave you $300.
Why do you think Dad's here?
Hey, Meg.
But just when it seems like the day couldn't get any worse, in walks a man who always notices a woman, even when the others don't. Glenn Quagmire.
Hey, Quagmire, what's going on?
Well, Peter, a little birdie told me that today is Meg's birthday.
You giving me credit?
Yeah, I just told him.
I'm the one who told him.
And yes, he might be there for the wrong reasons, but let's not ignore the fact that someone finally sees Meg as more than just the weird girl at school. He sees a woman. When Quagmire slips her his number, Meg doesn't hesitate. She wants this. Not because she's desperate, because for once, someone wants her. And this time, she's not going to apologize for it.
Oh, hey, Mr. G. How's it going?
Quagmire, what are you doing here?
Hi, Glenn. Bye, you guys. Me and Glenn are going out.
What? Like hell you are?
Don't worry, Dad. I'll take care of him.
Sure, Peter completely freaks out. But Meg's walking out that door anyway, because she is grown. And whether people approve or not, she's going to explore her power. She flirts, she listens, she holds her ground. When he invites her inside at the end of the night, she politely turns him down. A total power move. She keeps him wanting more.
You want to come in for some crystal light or something?
Well, I do believe in me, but it's getting kind of late. I really want to see you again, though.
Oh, you know it.
Even Quagmire, the ultimate ladies' man, is caught off guard. He expected a pushover. He got a woman who knows the rules and plays better than he does. Back in the house, Peter's blowing up, grilling Quagmire like a dad from a Liam Neeson movie.
God, Peter! Scared the hell out of me. What are you doing here?
I think you know. Did you have sex with my daughter?
What? Come on, Peter.
Did you have sex with my daughter?
That interrogation seems wild. It's like for the first time in his life, Peter is a caring dad. Peter tries everything to ruin the relationship, from weird history lessons to wildly inaccurate fear tactics. But Meg is not some brainwashed teenager. She is making choices, whether you agree with them or not. She's doing it on her own terms.
You okay?
Yeah, babe.
I gotta pee, but I don't want to move. I'm so comfortable right now.
I can pause it.
I guess you could pause it, but you can't pause me! Oh, fast forward.
Even when Lois starts panicking and flips on Peter, Meg is already ahead of them. She's spending the weekend at Quagmire's cabin, ready to explore more of this strange, confusing, thrilling new world of adult relationships.
There you are, you son of a bitch! You get away from my daughter, you pervert! Meg, get in the car. We're going home.
I'm not going home. I'm 18 and you can't tell me what to do anymore.
Peter and Lois arrive just in time to break up what might have been a regrettable decision. And sure, we can all breathe a sigh of relief, but let's not ignore what Meg showed us through all of this. She walked into womanhood boldly. She didn't ask for permission, she didn't shrink to make others comfortable, she tested her power and learned its limits. This is real confidence, and sometimes sexy doesn't mean perfectly poised, sometimes it means unhinged, and sometimes it means sitting on Santa's lap and accidentally discovering something that rocks your entire world. In Christmas is Coming, Lois asks Meg to take Stewie to see Santa at the mall. That sounds pretty normal, right? But what happens next is anything but.
Santa's no one to be scared of. He's kind and warm, conditionally, and he makes...
Meg, what are you doing? Meg, what are you doing?
You look like Mom when she sits on the washing machine.
Shut up, everyone! Shut up! Shut up! Just shut up!
The moment Meg lowers herself onto that jolly lap, something shifts. It's like electricity, or maybe static cling from all the red velvet. Whatever it is, it hits her hard. She is a woman having an awakening.
I'll have what she's having.
Okay. She had 6 well-done hamburger patties jammed into a hard taco shell.
Oh.
After that lap moment, Meg is never the same. She's practically floating through the house, sleeping for 14 hours straight, daydreaming, replaying that one encounter in her head like it was a lost episode of Bridgerton.
Are you ready for me, Meg?
Huh? I said it's time to get out.
Lois is confused, but we know the truth. Meg got her first taste of pleasure. So what does Meg do next? Oh, she hunts. Not for gifts, she hunts for him. The Santa that gave her that feeling.
Do you remember the Santa from yesterday?
Lady, I've been thrown headfirst into so many gongs, I don't remember my own name. I think he was just a temp. I'd try the Warwick Mall.
Thanks. Stewie, come on. We're going to the Warwick Mall.
She mall hops like a woman on a mission. Stewie's being dragged from location to location while Meg basically interrogates men in red suits like they're part of some holiday-themed FBI sting.
Here, and you're not him.
I'm sorry. Story of my life. I live to disappoint women, apparently.
Duh.
I don't know.
I need to find him.
Meg might not be oozing confidence in the traditional sense, but there is something undeniably hot about her raw hunger.
Oh, no. Do you have a big cup I can pee in for my ride home?
Take my Mosley and Merry Christmas.
Sure, that was gross, but commitment like that? Iconic. And just when it seems like all hope is lost, Santa returns.
Santa?
Yes, Meg. It's me, Santa.
Quick, let me sit on your leg.
No, that's not what I'm here for.
Yes, it is. Now sit down.
Peace. Trying to give you a heartwarming message.
And even if it's still weird and maybe legally questionable, this moment gives Meg what she really needed. Not just a thrill, but acknowledgement. She wants a connection. She wants to feel alive. And this one weird moment gave her all of that. So yeah, Meg fell for Santa. She chased a feeling that most people never admit to. And in doing so, she gave us one of the wildest, weirdest, and low-key sexiest Meg moments of all time. In Hard-Boiled Meg, Meg Griffin shows another part of her wild side while speeding through a red
You're a
light.
damn bunch of panzos over here. Bruce, how we doing on those Goldens packets? I got my mind on my mustard and my mustard on my mind.
And then, he walks in. Seymour. Tall, shady, mysterious. The kind of guy who looks like he was raised in a garage and eats fingernails for breakfast.
Hot piece of ass in my car.
I'm good, thanks. My name's Seymour.
I'm Meg.
Meg takes one look and instantly decides, yes, I will commit multiple felonies for this man. And she does.
Pulling over at this 7-Eleven?
No doubt. I am the same way. Once I start thinking about that hot case, I gots to pull over.
The moment she sees the gun, she panics. But she immediately recollects herself and decides she's going to do whatever it takes. When he comes back after committing a robbery, she slams the gas and becomes an instant getaway driver. Like, it's the most natural thing in the world. No hesitation, just raw, chaotic devotion.
Let's go, Meg! Drive!
Meg starts driving like a pro stunt woman possessed by a demon. She's weaving through traffic, taking sharp turns, and risking it all just to feel something. This isn't fear anymore. This is Meg discovering the high of pure danger, and nothing in her life has ever made her feel so alive. She even pulls off a stunt that feels ripped straight out of a Fast and Furious movie, driving full speed onto a truck bed to leap over an oncoming train. Yeah, the girl who once got ignored at her own birthday party is now ramping over locomotives like it's just another Tuesday.
Yes!
Rush, this must be what it's like to get a B12 shot.
That was honestly badass. Even when her brother pleads with her to stop, Meg doesn't blink. Her eyes are locked on the road, her mind fully wrapped around the thrill of it all. It's not about Seymour anymore, it's about the rush. The thrill of rebellion, the power of control. Meg becomes the hottest version of herself here, not because of how she looks, but because of how unshakably fearless she becomes. This isn't just a girl with a crush, this is a woman behind the wheel steering straight into chaos and loving every minute of it. And there you have it, Meg Griffin's wildest and undeniably sexiest moments. From becoming a pop star to outrunning the cops, Meg proves that being unhinged can be hot. Whether she's craving danger or just a little affection, one thing is clear. Quahog's forgotten daughter is unforgettable when she turns up the heat.